Boy Stephen J. Just got off work on my way home to meet the fence guy. There's ever since the shooting, there's been this debate about should teachers be armed? Should we arm our teachers to protect our students? And just to get it out of the way, how I stand, I do believe in the Second Amendment that right terms that we should be able to own. So let's get the narrative. Oh, he wants to take our guns, and get that out of the way. So I do believe in a second people should. The question that we seem to can't get past is, should we be able to own semi-automatic weapons, or should we be able to own assault weapons? And you know what's so interesting? I was watching the CNN town hall last week. I think it was last week. And Marco Rubio, I like him. I don't like him. I like him, but I don't like him. He's very eloquent. He reminds me of a Cuban Barack Obama by his speeches and how you could tell that, he studied that speech or whatever. And he clearly put it, and he said the problem with banning those type of rifles is that then you got to ban the bump stock. Then you got to ban this other part that, he says, if it's metal, it becomes a machine gun. If it's plastic, then it's not. Okay, my connection for some reason normally is good in this area, but for some reason it's AT&T for you. But anyway, he was saying that, my question was, while watching Rubio, was that, well, if you have it point for point that these are the problems and the issues that you're going to run into, so why not ban those? So, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. Should we be arming teachers? Is the question first suggested by President Trump, and then I see a lot of people are coming on board with it. Well, it's interesting that thought came up because yesterday in Georgia, a teacher came, and who's calling me? It's a wife calling me. I'm gonna have to delete you. Sorry, babe. That's my wife calling me. I can't take the call because I'm live. Sorry, babe. So a teacher in Georgia came to school yesterday with a gun and fired a shot. I saw some of the video, the kids running, and man, they were terrified. And the teacher locked himself in the room, and they eventually were able to talk him out of the room. And for all accounts, everyone had nothing but nice things to say about this teacher. He was the play-by-play guy on the school's football team. Everyone loves him. He's a nice guy, sane guy. The fence guy's at my house already. How are you at my house before the allotted time? I appreciate promptness, but dang. Anyway, but that proves my argument. And my argument from the beginning was that teachers are humans. They're human beings. And no one can understand what this guy went through and why he just snapped the way he did. And my thing was, because they're humans, and if you think about everything that a teacher goes through, they're dealing with 20 to 30 different personalities. Our teachers are underpaid, underappreciated. They're constantly dealing with 20 to 30 personalities. They've evolved into pastors. They've evolved into counselors. They've evolved into loan officers, because when your child can't afford lunch, the teacher's there to pay for them. If your child doesn't have clothes, the teacher goes out and buys clothes and buys shoes and stuff like that, pays for trips and stuff like that. The teacher becomes a surrogate mom and dad for our children. They become all these things, and they become punching bags for these students that are out of control, punching bags to the parents that don't want to get their children in control. And they deal with this stuff 5 days of the week, and sometimes on weekends, and all while still trying to teach. And like I said today, if a teacher needed to be a shield, they'll be just like that coach. and shield his children from the gunfire, give their life, I'm sure. But to arm them with all that they're dealing with, I just saw the video where this kid cussing out the teacher. The teacher was an Asian man. Anyone probably saw this video. And he was like, I beat you right. Basically cussing the guy out, saying, what you gonna do? I'll punch you in your face, this, that, and the other. And the teacher kept it calm. But what happens on the day that, you know, this teacher is like, you know what? I can't take it no more. You know, in my day, you wouldn't talk to a parent like that or grown up that way and just hauls off and hits the student. And we've seen that. And students, let's say students is the same size or whatever, and he's threatening, that teacher has a gun. Emotions, or that teacher's, you know, having problems at home, and you're not supposed to bring your problems to work, but we're human, right? So you bring your problems to work, and oh man, that's just the day that, you know, they push the wrong button and that teacher just goes off. Do I really want to take that chance? I don't think so. Because yesterday kind of proves that. No one knows what set this man off. Obviously, the man doesn't have mental health issues that we know of. So do we want to arm teachers? I was watching CNN and they had a debate with gun owners. I think it was 6 gun owners. And the one lady, she said, you know, I think our kids should, like, I think 4 out of 6 were like, I think you should arm the teachers. Or maybe it was 3 or 3. And she's like, I need to have a weapon better than what the guy has a weapon. And the girl sitting next to her was a gun owner. So she was like, wait, so if he has an AR-15, you want to have a better gun than an AR-15? And, you know, she was like, you know, it's my right to own a gun. And, you know, the commentary was like, you know, do you really need an AR-15? And she was like, it's my right. And then the other guy behind her was like, no, you don't. He's like, look, we don't hunt with an AR-15. We don't. We eat. And she was like, yeah, we like it because it's you know, it's a bad A gun. You know, it looks cool, and, you know, it shoots cool, it shoots a lot of bullets and stuff like that. That's why we want it. We don't go hunting with that because, you know, I know a hunter, and he said, you know what? If I'm shooting at something, a deer, if I'm shooting at a moose, if I'm shooting at a bear, he says, I'm shooting for a kill shot. I'm going for a headshot, because he says if I shoot him in the body or something like that, then, you know, I got to look for the bullet. And while I'm cutting up my meat, and he was like, you know, once that bullet hits, it starts scattering fragments and stuff like that. And he's like, I don't want to go through all of that to pick out, you know, those pieces of the bullets, not to eat them. He said, so I'm going for a kill shot. AR-15 is going to splatter everything everywhere, and who wants to pick that out? And so back to the question, should we arm our teachers? I think the thing is, if they want to pay the teachers to have training, how about pay the teachers more money? Let's just throw that out there. We want to pay the teachers for training. How about we pay for another officer or soldier, someone to deal with that? Because my other argument is that, say that there is a shooter, he has an AR-15. Am I a teacher going to leave my students to go try to face this person, and leave my students there I may not know where this guy at. What if he gets past me? To go into a shootout. And the lady asked the other lady, she said, wait a minute, so you want to go shooting? She's like, what if you hit a student? All this chaos is going on. Students are running in front of you, and you're shooting at the gun. What about the lives of those students that you're shooting, trying to shoot the shooter? And that's the thing that you have to weigh into consideration. You got a bunch of students scared out of their mind, all this chaos going on, and then you're having a gun battle between a novice, because the only people that I could see that is used to the training as far as shooting a gun or AR-15 or whatever is a police officer or someone that's served in the Army. And again, I'll tell you what my friend who's in the Army says. He was like, man, when you see what this gun can do, he says ordinary citizens shouldn't have it. And I know there's people out there that says, well, I'm in the Army and I think we should. We should. And, you know, it's a difference of opinion. But do I think teachers should be armed? No. I think the answer is, you know, we need to get The guy got into a unlocked door. Number one, the door should be automatically only be able to open from the other side. I can't. When I go pick up my sons and daughter from school, high school and elementary, I can't go directly to the school and open a door. They have to buzz me in, so the doors are locked. So I just can't go to any school and open up a door and get in or whatever. I gotta be buzzed in. So number one, I think that is one issue that we should do, is to protect our students. And and I think we ought to hire more. If this government is suggesting more police, then the government should pay for police officers to be in, more police in schools like that. The government should pay for soldiers in the school. I think maybe that should be something, as far as like maybe as a training thing that they got going on, as far as for like cops and soldiers. Like, hey, for this week you're going to rotate it continuously. Your job is guard duty. You're going to be doing this. So that's just my opinion. I'd love to know what you guys think. Not to the point of stealing guns. So please don't say they're trying to steal my guns. Guns meaning more than one. It should just be the semi-automatic assault weapon, whatever you want to call it. Anything that shoots more than, I think if the AR shoots 40 bullets in a span of 1 minute, something like that. But the question is, should teachers be armed? And again, dealing with what I pointed out that the teachers deal with, and them just snapping. Because I've been in class growing up, and this was before it got worse, where teachers snapped and at the students and just lost it. So I mean, think about it. Do we want to arm our teachers? They're already under enough pressure and stress to educate our children and meet the guidelines for the state and requirements and stuff like that. They're already underpaid and underappreciated. Do we really want to put that burden